bring in Rich Eisen. Sorry, Rich, NFL Network host. Hi, Rich.
Dan, that was not part of the pre-interview, Dan.
It was not. It was not. But we didn't do a pre-interview, but I'm told that you have some things that you went over with the Danettes that you wanted to bring up during this appearance.
Well, Dan, as you know, I bring my A game. This is the first time I'm doing your show from the set of mine. Normally I'm phoning in, but what we're doing is, I guess, co-branding, if I may.
You usually phone it in, right?
Dare say. Well, I mean, literally, not figuratively.
Okay.
I always bring my A game when I come on your program, Dan.
Are you wearing makeup right now?
Yes. You're not?
No, we don't have a makeup artist. No, I need to, but I don't. I do not have makeup on.
Dan.
Have you ever worn your makeup out after the show?
Knowingly? No. But sometimes, I have to run out, and then I just figure out, gee, I forgot to take it off. But I don't say I look so good that this is the way I should walk around the rest of society. I've never done that. Have you?
I have. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
What was the circumstances of that?
I just wanted to feel sexy. That's all. I just wanted to be pretty. That's all. Is there something wrong with that?
Listen, Dan, you go on with your bad self, okay? Far be it from me to tell you how to act in society amongst other people when you look so good. So you go on with yourself.
Have you ever borrowed makeup from your wife?
No, I have not done that. Have you?
Yes.
Oh, gosh. What is the circumstances of that, Dan?
Once again, I just wanted to feel pretty. That's all. It had nothing to do with TV.
This sounds like the commercial of you and Olbermann back in the day.
Oh, man.
Where you make which is true though. I did my own makeup at ESPN the first year I was there. There were no makeup artists the first year that I was there.
We would be in the bathroom. Meanwhile, you would have somebody in the stall while you're putting on makeup. I remember, Keith and I, we could never get full of ourselves. They didn't allow us to. You're putting your makeup on in the bathroom while somebody's in there in the stall. Pretty good stuff.
I did my own makeup in my first TV job in Redding, California, Dan. The KRCR television, the Spirit of the North State, as it was known, the ABC affiliate in the Redding Chico market. I would do my own makeup, and there was only one bathroom stall with one mirror in which to do your makeup. And I would do my hit at 5:20 every single day in the afternoon. And the news director, who was also the main anchor of the station, he would always come up to the sports desk at 5 o'clock, just before I went in to do my makeup. Always come up to the sports desk, sift for the sports section, go into the stall, take care of his own business, and then I would have to go into that facility and do my makeup. And I thought to myself, is he trying to tell me something? That happened.
It got to the point where Keith and I could recognize who was in the stall by their shoes. So we would go by and go, oh, hey, Levy,
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it was bad. He's Rich Eisen from
if I'd known that, I would have
NFL Network.
I'd have switched up my my footwear. Yes, and the Rich Eisen show, Dan. I'm co-branding.
I was getting ready to promote that. And so Rich is joining us from his set of his show that you can see on Audience Channel 239 DirecTV. Among the guests coming up later today, Rich?
Jerry Jones, the owner and general manager of the Dallas Cowboys. He will be here. Rod Woodson, Hall of Famer, will spend all 3 hours in studio.
Nice.
Joe Latrulio of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he's going to be stopping by. And Bruce Feldman, of Fox
College
Fox
football?
Sports, the college football. We'll be talking about some collegiate football.
Nice. What did you think of the Richard Sherman press conference?
You know what? I saw it, and I had a similar feeling of what you thought, which is that he's backing up his guy. I fear there are some fans that'll be wondering why somebody making as much money as Richard Sherman is complaining about not making more money by promoting Beats by Dre and not allowed to talk about beer while the league is supposed to do that. So I think he's opening himself up to that sort of criticism, but he's got a thick enough skin to deal with that. And I go back and forth about what our role in the media is from the view of the fan. Obviously, I take the point of view that we are asking questions. At least when I ask a question of a player or a newsmaker, I'm asking the questions that I think the fan wants to know the answer to. And obviously, we have a job to do. And if players don't respect that, then go with God. I don't know what else to say. But then there are some fans who basically, I'm sure would say, leave Marshawn Lynch alone. And I think that's what eventually the press is going to do.
Yeah.
Certainly, there's no reason to be the straight man to some sort of stance that he's taking.
Yeah, you eventually move on because you're wasting your time. That Marshawn Lynch is a novelty because of the one-word answers, and you might get that after tonight's game. But then I think people will move on. If you don't want to market yourself, and most of these guys have taken advantage of that by being able to market themselves. You've seen the NBA players who finally come around to the style of dress, their wardrobe in these post-game press conferences, where now it's something that they're very interested in. If you don't want to do that, hang in there. You don't have to do it very long. The media will move on to the next media darling, but this is in your contract that was collectively bargained. So if you have a problem with the Players Association. If you're playing 2 games in 5 days, have a problem with your Players Association. I think it's easy to blame the NFL, and a lot of times you can. But in this case, I think the finger's got to be pointed within.
Well, I mean, even Marshawn used the media in that soliloquy where he answered 14 out of the 19 questions asked of him. At one point, he mentioned about his charity event that's going on in Oakland later on in December. So he understands that the media is a platform that can be used as well. I mean, he's crazy like a fox, Marshawn Lynch. And to me, I know we've all talked about, and you mentioned too, that part of the reason why Richard Sherman is backing his play is for good reason. They have a few games left this year in which to defend their title in the regular season, and they know that Marshawn may not be back next season, and a lot of people think he's not. I think Seattle has to figure out a way to deal with him and keep him around because he is the engine. He is the absolute engine for this team. They feed off him. He is the identity. We all know the Legion of Boom there as well, but he and J.J. Watt are the 2 players whose play is directly connected to the volume of the crowd more than anybody else that I've seen in the 11 years I've been doing the NFL-only thing.
Great point. The best game for Thanksgiving, day or night, is what?
Well, it's obviously yours, Dan. It's got to be the one on NBC, right?
Why is that more important than Eagles-Cowboys?
Well, I don't know, because it's your game.
Oh.
And I'm trying to butter you up, Dan, because I have a request for you.
Rich, I'm being honest.
No, I know. I'm not. But I'm trying to butter you up.
Okay.
Because I have a request for you.
Okay, I'm ready. All
right. Here on this show that I'm co-branding, as a matter of fact, for the television audience, I think they've seen that I've taken sips from my water mug showing the Rich Eisen Show logo a handful of times directly to the screen. On this show, we have a segment called Sneaky Good Games, where we choose some games from the schedule that might not be marquee, like, say, the Sunday Night Football game this week and previous weeks. And the theme that we're thinking of, because every single segment needs to be branded with music or something, Sneaky Good Games sounds perfectly commingled with the Will Ferrell song, Stat of the Day. I think I can call for it even. Can I call for that?
Stat of the day, stat of the day, bop, bop. Stat of the day, stat of the day. Here comes that
what?
Stat of the day.
So Sneaky Good Games sounds like it would be perfectly matched to that song. But I want to know if it's possible. If I could, because you know all about sampling.
Well, you get to the point.
I would like to use that song on the Rich Eisen Show, Dan.
Wait.
For Sneaky Good Games.
You want to borrow? I got Lebitard, who's stealing Stat of the Day, and now you want to borrow
the song.
The Will Ferrell song
for Sneaky Good Games. Yeah. I'm going to ask the Godfather. Can I play that song while I do this one more time, Dan?
How long is it on loan?
I come to you on the day before Thanksgiving, Godfather. I come to you and I ask you for your beneficence. Ask you for your friendship. Ask you for the Sneaky Good Games song for the Rich Eisen Show. Godfather, if you do this for me, I promise, one day I will do something for you on this day before Thanksgiving.
Why do you come to me on this day? Look, Razzi, why do you come to me on this day?
I come to you asking you for the Ron Burgundy version of Stat of the Day for Sneaky Good Games, Godfather. I ask you.
I need to ask my consigliere.
Is that Seaton? Who's your consigliere? Is it Fritzy?
Molly, do you give Rich Eisen?
Yes, Godfather.
All right, Rich, go ahead.
Thank you, Godfather. You will not regret this decision, Godfather. Thank you. You will not regret it. For as long as this show lives,
Rich Eisen.
we will always pay our respects. Thank you.
Thank you, Rich. Next on the Rich
Thank you,
Eisen
Godfather.
Show.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Thank you, Rich.